Hey yo, what's going on, guys? My name is Masquerade, and today is the finals of one of the locals that I've been posting since the beginning of the channel. This is the time where I fully understood that I must run for Aile Strikes, and you'll see why. Essentially, this is a clan versus Purple White Minerva. This is the last time I played with this version, with solo on Aile Strikes, although 3 doesn't seem so low. Trust me, it's really low. I saw that he was playing CB, and although it's a mid-range deck, I feel like these are not the blockers I need. The blockers I need are higher level blockers. Uh, and then he just swings with the Galguk. I only have Overflowing Affection and I must discard that card at all costs. So yeah, I'll just play the other flat straight to the table because I was running, I think, 8 flats slash free. So yeah, I think I had way too many of them here. And looking at the board, I feel like I'm screwed. I am screwed already because he had really good curve for a mid-range deck. He swung. I just blocked, dealt 2 damage to myself, which is no biggie. And yeah, the mid-range matchup is really bad because they have such a such a big amount of units that I have to deal with, and trust me, I cannot deal with all of them. So it just plays 2 units, just to be sure that he has the level 4, and it just pings my mine for 2 damage and still has 3 units on board, which is unbelievable. I really can't deal with these many units that are higher stat based than other units. But yeah, I had a handful of blockers, so I'm just gonna slap down 2 more blockers and hope that it doesn't have a link right now. Also, this is gonna be a really slow game, so it's gonna take a lot of time. Especially my opponent plays a little bit slower since it's his first tournament with the deck, actually. So he is also missing some effects. For example, the Shujihito effect is not it did not trigger at the time, but it's just misremember from my opponent. It's no worries. We're at a local tournament, so I'm not gonna say, "Oh, you mistimed the trigger." No, that's insanely stupid. He leaves it at the top, which is not good news for me. But yeah, he passes the turn, and he yeah, he passes me the turn, and I think I gotta either have Aile Strike Hero or I'm dead. And yeah, I don't believe I have it. Yeah, or else I would have already played it. But I play Overflowing Affection, just try to dig it. I discard the Graceful Demeanor because he has a lot of level 4s, and I don't want to play Graceful Demeanor to only bounce the Galguk. It's not worth it. Play a Minerva, yeah. Draw the shield, and then look at the top 2. I think, the Sword Impulse to discard. But I gotta consider because in this matchup, Sword Impulse may be really good to swing into units, especially if I have a big amount of pilots in hand. So I gotta take careful consideration into drawing an extra card. And so, as I said, we're a local tournament, so we just take things slow, just to be sure we make the right plays. So in another event, we will do the right choice. So yeah, I discarded all three. As you can see, I've already played 5 of the low-level blockers, which are not good in this matchup. And I believe I'm just gonna play Blast Impulse straight from my hands. No, I'm just gonna play the Impulse, and for 1, I'll give it a Shin. I'll swing into it, just try to kill it, and I'll give an Unforeseen to it, so I'll survive at 2 HP. Yeah, because he only has 4 attack. And it's really good about the Shin being essentially a free link, because he resends a resource when swinging, and in a further turns I may just pressure my opponent to do the same, to remove it, or else I'm gonna have 1 extra mana every turn. And the deck of Clan, of course, does not run blockers. But yeah, the mid-range matchup is really, really tough, and you must see Aile Strike. Aile Strike is really, really strong. So he has the Amatai, so I think he forgot the one link effect. I think it's a one linked effect. I'm just gonna tell him to pop it. Um, he's gonna show me. I believe it's a base. Yeah, the Shuji's hideout. I'm just checking in just to be sure that I can draw the Shuji's hideout. He can draw the Shuji's hideout. So it just crashes into it, and I don't mind. And although you see, like I still have the bigger board, I will lose the board in the bigger picture. My opponent just draws another card and plays, I don't know, something level 5 or something, which was maybe the reason he didn't play anything turn prior. For 2, he's gonna play the Ortega and just pass turn. And I think I should stabilize right now because, especially with the base, it's not good for me to keep on doing that. So I'm at 6 right now. I still don't have the Destiny turn, but I can also just play 2 blockers that are higher level. I'm just checking my trash to be sure that I actually have good cards in hand. And I think I just passed turn. Why would I just pass turn? Maybe I don't have cards in hand to play. Maybe I'm really, really screwed. Yeah, it feels like I'm really, really screwed. Especially I see the Graceful Demeanor on top of my hand, but still, yeah, he plays a G fret for 4. He's checking if he has the pilots, but yeah, of course he has the pilots. He's gonna pay 1 to do 1 damage to everything. And he's gonna banish the pilot to the side. This way he can try to swing with his 3 AP blockers units, and I'm just gonna say no. You won't swing with them. In action, I will just bounce them 2 to hand. And although this is a really good moment for me to play the Graceful Demeanor, it's also not that great because it's still a lot of pressure and I'm not applying any pressure on board right now. So yeah, my opponent just passes with 1 mana left over. I draw, I think, my second Kira, which is not good at all. But yeah, I've got Destiny. Destiny, I'll give it the Shin. I'll swing into face. I will restand with the Shin, and then I will play for 2. Yeah, the impulse that was trashed prior, and yeah, I'll remove it, and it will just ping the flat, just to leave me at this stage. I believe that I've got the board, but he still has a huge hand with lots of options, and I may not even be able to handle them. But yeah, mid range it really sucks because they have really high attack units constantly, and they just start to play a turn at level 5 or level 6 2 units each turn that are big, and that I cannot bounce with Graceful Demeanor or kill with Sword Impulse. And it's something that this deck really lacks is the post level 3s. If the player is playing a deck like this, that, to be honest, can't deal with aggro that well, well, he may just lose to anything else other than aggro. But he may just win against aggro, but he will lose. He will win well against control decks because they attempt to control the board while he does not really go forward with it. So yeah, for 6, I believe he's playing 2 units to board. Yeah. Oh no, he's playing the Gukuksh, that is first strike. He looks at the top card with Amate. It's another Gukuksh with first strike. Um, oh no, it's the level 7 that he sees the top card, the top 3 cards. I believe it was like a mistake of moment. Uh, he should have made. Oh no, it's a when linked effect, I believe, or it's deploy. Yeah, it's deployed, but yeah. It did not punish me. It even, I think, punished him because of the draw. He may have even played it, and if he had done it correctly, he would have played it right. But yeah, I'm just hoping that I can deal with this and deal with this board with his last mana. I believe he's gonna ping everything once again. Yeah, he's gonna activate G-Fred's effect and gonna ping everything once. So yeah, he swings with 4 into it. I'll block with one of them frits. He takes 2. And he will swing again. And I will either block. I'm just seeing how many cards he has in hand, but he has way too much. So I gotta keep the momentum and keep on swinging with Destiny himself. Yeah, and he passes me turn. So I'm at 8. I have Destiny deployed, and they believe that I will win the game. I actually think I don't, especially because if it's a mid-range matchup, and he will just keep on playing a lot of big units that I can't deal well. Yeah, I'm just checking to see what could I play, what would be best for me. I believe I don't even have anything but sword in my hands, in my trash. I mean, so I'm just gonna play first impulse and restand one. So yeah, I'm going face. He's gonna reveal it's an Ortega, so I don't actually care. Uh, it's nothing to happen in the board. I believe I should crash right here, but it really depends. Yeah, I'm gonna play with Kira because I have 2. I'm gonna give it -2. I'll just take 2 damage and I'll remove it. Yeah, yes, I'm at 1 HP and another G friend may kill me, but the truth is he's gotta play the G friend and he's gotta have the pilot, and currently I believe he doesn't. Yeah, the hand is not looking great for me. It's not. I believe I have an unforeseen Akira and a graceful demeanor, which is damn, it's really, really bad for me. I don't have the sword impulses. I don't have a way to play anything with the impulse itself. I'm seeing the pieces that need other pieces, not the main pieces of the deck, such as sword and blast impulse. I believe I had it in hand, but yeah, I must be mistaken. He just crashes with the Destiny, which is of course a great play, and he will just flood the board. Yeah, he plays Shuji's Out again. Um, and then for 7, he will play the killer, yeah, the killer suppression dude, which is really bad for me. This unit is really, really bad against this deck, especially when I stop seeing the blockers. And my top deck, I don't believe was really great, or else I would have maybe already played it because it will be the only play I have. But yeah, I've got the Kira. I gotta remove it. It takes 1 damage because of the Shushi's hideout. And I'm checking again just to be sure that I don't have any impulses, and I gotta pass. As tough as it is, I gotta accept the fact that yeah, right now my hand is not looking too great. And my opponent, I have like 3 to 4 cards in hand, and my opponent has, yeah, 3. Yeah, my opponent has like, I don't know, 7, 6, something like that. He has a lot of options to play, a lot of options to go forward, and I have the option to accept my fate. So yeah, he swings with it. I don't have the unforeseen, or else I think I would have. I know. Oh no, I wouldn't survive either way. Yeah, so he has got 3 units to be played right now. So yeah, it's really, really tough, especially with that red Gundam giving positive attack to each to 2 units. It's really, really bad. And given this, I think he's gonna hold on to the Ortega just to be sure that if he wants next turn, he will play the Ortega just to go over what I play. So yeah, I will play the graceful demeanor again, just to be sure I can hold on a little bit. Um, and I don't believe I drew that well. I think I have a destiny to play. Yeah, I gotta play the destiny and pass. As of right now, I believe I don't have pilots. I believe it's not even in my near future to see any pilots. Because I already played two Kiras and two Shins, and as of the ratios of the deck, that's not really great. So it feels like I am really well because I have four lights and one base, four shields and one base. My opponent has only three, and I've got high maneuver on board. But it's still really bad for me. It's a deck that I didn't believe to be as great as it actually is. For example, is the blue-green mid-range version, which plays Gundams and Dynams packages. The deck is it sucks to play the deck against this deck against that because the deck is really good against you. It can control forward. It can go against me really easily, and yeah, it's gonna play again the same ones plus two plus the first strike cooks that he drew. Um, and sorry if I'm butchering the name because I know I am, but trust me, it's not my bad intention to do that. My opponent just wants to be sure how many graceful demeanors are there, what can you play next turn, what are the following plays, and I'm hoping that I can actually do anything better in this turn. But just the red Gundam itself can remove my units, and yeah, it's gonna flood the board with one more Ortega, and maybe pass me the turn. Yeah, pass me the turn just to be sure that I don't play any bases since I'm not playing really much from hand. The two cards I have left would maybe be bases. Oh, I've got the Razor Bro. Really great. With this effect, I'm gonna play yeah the other Destiny, which is a must for me because I gotta keep on recycling them, and if I draw Kira, it's gonna be really great. And I believe I only have the Sword Impulse to play, or just hold on to the Unforeseen. Um, in this turn, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know if I should play, which should I play, but I believe that if he has a link, I'm dead. So I'm just making sure that I don't die this turn. And although he's got still like 3 to 4 cards in hand that are most likely units because he's not linking, um, I just gotta hold on to it, and this last turn is gonna be. Yeah, my opponent is just attempting to swing, and I believe that yeah, he's gonna try to go for game right now. So yeah, it was really good that I hold on to the unforeseen just to be sure that I only take 3 damage, or else I would have actually lost. And my opponent is now reconsidering it, but still he's going face. I still believe he has 2 shields, so I either get the Shin Link or I'm lost right now. So yeah, it goes face. It's a sword impulse. Finally see one. Another impulse, which is unneeded, to say the least. And he swings again with the Rick Tom's Ortega. And it's a blast impulse. So there were the impulses, all the impulses I needed. It was in life. My opponent just didn't swing. Now he's got the link with first strike. It's not looking great, especially um, given that he swung all those times. He still has 5 units on board. So yeah, it's gonna swing into the Destiny just to be sure it's dead. And yeah, I believe my opponent did not know about the first strike, but we had a judge right beside us, so he essentially told me I was essentially explaining to him how first strike works. he gives the first strike, but if he doesn't kill, the damage will still reflect on him. So yeah, the judge essentially told us like, yeah, you already drew the card, you already did a lot of stuff that can imply that that's not correct. But I think that still he can play the G threat from hand and activate its effect. Because he still dealt 6 damage and I have 7 life with the raise up rail. But it's true, like, he drew the card, he saw way too much stuff just to know which would be better to play. But yeah, like, it's a local, we don't even bother with that too much, but we gotta bother a little. Um, so yeah, my opponent just says, I'll play this for 2, and I'm like, okay, I'm screwed, but sure, if you say so. I'm looking in my hand and I believe I only have the Force Impulse and another card that I don't need right now. I needed all the blockers that I discarded earlier, not these cards that I'm drawing right now and that are not needed right now or ever were in my hand. But yeah, I'm checking to see what can I remove, how can I remove the best, and how can I make sure that if I have the cards in hand, the base at the last life, how can I win? But since he has like 6 units, it's really really tough for me. Um, as I said, like this big units board, although he now has all the level 3s. Right now, I can't be removing them. I only had to bounce them every time. I played both graceful demeanors just to bounce them, and I had to bounce them, or else I wouldn't be able to remove anything. But as you saw, like he had a link in hand, so if I didn't save the unforeseen, I would have been lost. I'm gonna swing into the Gukuksh, and I'm gonna play the Sword Impulse to kill the Char's Galguk. That's the best thing I can do right now. And I believe in a swing into Red Gundam, and I just play Hail Strike and Force Impulse. Go. Hail Strike is good, but not good enough if I don't have a base. Um, and my opponent drew the Amate, I believe. And he has the neon. Oh, it's not the G thread, it's a neon, and that currently he has no link target for either of them. But yeah, he either goes face or I win. Um, yeah, he plays the neon, he goes face, and I just think like, yeah, I gotta either reveal it. Yeah, it's it. I only have one blocker. He's gonna swing twice. It's GG's. Now the matchup is really really tough. I don't believe the matchup is good. I don't believe mid range matchups are good for control decks. Essentially, it's been like this since the dawn of time of TCGs. But yeah, it's really really tough for me to deal with a huge board and not being able to keep on applying pressure with the sword impulse. Because one thing I really like to do is to play a sword impulse, and then it becomes fodder to crash into a unit, and then it can come back with, I don't know, either an impulse or a destiny. And if that happened at some point of the game, I would have been able to kill them instead of bounce them and make my opponent not have as wide as a board. This is also, like I said, the game that I changed Aile Strikes to 4 because the card is utterly insane. It has been insane since set 1 and the starter deck format. This card is really, really good. I still believe that Destiny is a really, really strong deck, but against mid-range decks like this, although they can deal with aggro, they don't deal as well as control decks. Um, I believe that, like I said, like prior, I lost to some mid-range decks that I trust that they wouldn't win against aggro, and they're like decks that no don't work. This deck can work against aggro, can be really good, especially if you see the first strike and swing it into Gundam. It's really really good because you will survive, and then you can kill another unit and another unit, and you still have a lot of pings to flood this board with damage, and you still have all the damaging and draw, which is really really bad. especially because he chained a lot of Amate's and um, Shuji's effect to just be sure that the Drew card was good enough for him. But yeah, I think this was really a great game to show how mid range can punish control decks. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you can like the video and subscribe because it really helps out the channel to reach out to many other people. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.